Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy is back with another update on the upcoming Beyblade Burst series called Beyblade Burst Super Zetsu. So, a lot of new info was revealed in the latest CoroCoro, and I do want to give credit to both this Twitter user and the WBO for both for sharing the information as well as the pictures. So, I will be posting links down below. But anyway, in this video, I will be giving my thoughts as well as sharing the pictures and information with you guys. So it's going to be a pretty lengthy video, but feel free to sit back and enjoy the show. Anyway, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit tired today. I did just get back from school and it's a Monday, so I do have a lot of pictures to show you guys, and that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the cover for this CoroCoro, or I guess the manga. Yeah, the manga of the Beyblade Burst series. They released this cover, which in previous series, like with the Beyblade Burst God, they did show this cover, and the cover is kind of like an insight as to future characters as well as teasers. So it really does give a lot of info if you really analyze it carefully, and that's what we're going to do in this video. So here is the cover, and as you can see, the main focus of this cover is, of course, the character in the center, which is not Valt. You could see that his Beyblade is Z Achilles, so a lot of people are wondering, will this be a new main character? And if so, what is Valt's role going to be? Because as you can see, he is still in the top left corner. But anyway, here we have this guy in the center. His name is actually Igo, and I'm not sure what his last name is, but anyway, that's his name. His Beyblade is Z Achilles once again. And like I said, just because he's in the center of the page, it kind of gives a hint that it might be focused around him this time. Now, this isn't the first time Takara Tomy has done this. They did the same thing with Zero G. If you guys remember, they switched from Jinga to Zero as the main character. And it's definitely a possibility here, just judging by the fact that he is now in the center of the cover. Just looking at him though, you guys could tell he is very, very similar to Valt. They have the same facial features, except just different hairstyle. Now, what this is going to mean is if he is the main character, which is not confirmed yet, if it is though, or if that's the case, that means that this would be the first main character to have a balance type Beyblade. In previous generations, the main character has always had an attack type, so to have a balance type later as a main character is a new thing, and a lot of people are pretty hyped about that. Alright, so moving on though, we do have Valt in the top left corner, like I mentioned. And a lot of people are wondering what kind of role he's going to have in the series, because if he's not the main character, then he might either be a rival or just like a mentor to this new guy. Now, once again, it is not confirmed yet, but just because this guy's in the center, we're going to assume he's the main character pretty much. But yeah, Valt doesn't look any different, and some other characters do, so we'll get to that next. And then if you look at the top center, we have this guy who looks like a king or some kind of royalty. I'm not sure like what that symbolizes. He might be like one of his might just be like his outfit that he has. And then we have another dude on the top right corner who looks kind of interesting. He has these diamond earrings, and yeah, I don't know. He kind of looks like an evil character, perhaps. That's what a lot of people are thinking as well. And then what was a big shocker to a lot of people is we see Toko right below Valt. He looks significantly older, and of course we knew him as this like short kid, this like tiny, I don't know how old he is, but he looks definitely a lot older, maybe even older than Valt for some reason, but there he is. And it's also like making people wonder, well, where's Nika? I think that was her name, Valt's sister. We're not too sure, but we can clearly see Toko there. Then we move to the right, we have this other dude with like spiky blue hair. We don't really know much about this guy. He could potentially be an owner of a new Beyblade released later on. And then we have another dude to the right of that guy. He kind of looks like he has Kuza's hair, but he's screaming. He looks like super angry. Just another character we don't really know about. And then if we move back to the left, we have Louis, who is actually rocking this like white coat. It's like maybe like a fur white coat. I don't know. He looks freaking sick. He looks like a G in this picture. I'm not gonna lie. He does not look any different. Maybe just like taller or older. But that pretty much confirms he will be making another appearance. And then to the right of Igo, we have this new guy who is rocking some blonde hair and a black shirt. He does look a lot like Shu, is what people are saying. He kind of has that same look. And his name is actually Fubuki Sumi. I can't pronounce these names pretty well, but he is going to be the owner. He is going to be the owner for Emperor Fernius, and a lot of people think that this might be the rival to this new main character. He looks pretty serious, and once again, he's kind of giving off that Shu vibe, so might be like a potential replacement for Shu, because honestly, we don't really know what's going to happen to Shu after Beyblade Burst God. And then to the right of this dude, we have a masked blader, another masked blader. I feel like they always keep up that theme in Beyblade Burst. But this guy, people are thinking it might be either Cisco or Boa, or maybe just a completely new character. They do have similar hair, but the mask, I don't know. It could just be like a secret blader that they'll reveal later on. He might also be an evil blader, just judging by the fact that a lot of masked bladers before were bad guys. And then a big shocker to a lot of people is if you look on the bottom left corner, we can clearly see Rantaro rocking like a full-on like ton of hair. We don't know why. He had like a pretty cool haircut like in the first 2 seasons, and now he's rocking like a full-on like head of hair, and he looks pretty insane. But people are digging it. And then to the right, we have some dude that's kind of covering his eye, and he has like really, really long hair. It might be like someone that we already know, but just like a complete makeover, but we're not too sure. But yeah, that's pretty much like the analysis of this cover. As you can see, there's a lot of new characters that we don't really know yet, as well as some returning ones. And that just leaves us questioning, will we be seeing characters like Free or Daigo or Cisco? Just because we're not really seeing much from this cover of the older guys. So who knows? We really don't know. It's all up to like speculation, but I do hope they do come back. I feel like Fafnir definitely needs an evolution, and same thing with Christ Satan. It would really be a shame to kind of just toss them out. I do want to move on to the next focus, which are the 2 upcoming Beyblades, of course, Winning Valkyrie and Z Achilles, as well as Emperor Fernius. So we're going to look at Winning Valkyrie first. We do finally get to see the parts close up. Of course, the parts are Winning Valkyrie 12 VL, which now stands for Volcanic. So Volcanic is the name of the driver. We didn't know that till now. And just looking at the parts, 12 looks pretty cool. It kind of gives off that like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a meteor, but in disc form. And it looks very, very jagged. But it also kind of reminds me of Boost in a way. And then apparently Volcanic is just a mini hold, which doesn't make a lot of sense. But I mean, let's be real. What else could they have upgraded from Ultimate Reboot? And then we get to see Valt rocking his new fit. He kind of has like a jacket and stuff. He just looks a lot different now. But anyway, here we have a picture of the side of this Beyblade. You can see that the driver might actually be taller than usual. So that's another thing. This series might have something to do with like different heights, which is still a possibility, but you could tell that it's definitely a little bit different in height. And then moving on, we have Z Achilles with Igo. So the combo is Z Achilles 11 XT, which stands for extend. So this layer looks insane. I already talked about it. And now we get to see 11 though, which 11 looks kind of cool. I don't really know what to say about it. It looks very simplistic, but it might actually be useful because it looks really well rounded. We're not too sure though. And then we have Extend, which is apparently going to be like an FD type gimmick. So maybe like Ultimate Reboot, but without the rubber. So maybe just even Reboot, just like in another form. Either way, it looks really chunky. And with it being a balance type, I guess it makes sense. Either way, the character looks cool. I'm kind of curious once again to see if this is actually a new main character or not. But it's really just kind of pointing towards the fact that it might very well be. And then we have Emperor Fernius with the character whose name is Fubuki again. So this guy, once again, giving off that total Shu vibe. But now we get to see Emperor Phineas, which actually looks sick. There's a lot of metal going on in the layer, and I'm kind of getting this like wyvern vibe from it, just from the shape. And then it comes with Zero, which we've seen already. But then we get to see YD, or yeah, I think it's called YD or YR. I don't know, but it stands for yard. The driver's apparently supposed to have like a big ball, so kind of like atomic, but this thing looks chunky as heck. So maybe just like a chunkier atomic. I'm not too sure, but I don't even know if that's like a useful gimmick nowadays. I don't even know, guys, but still, it looks cool. A lot of cool parts. Of course, with new parts, there's obviously more gimmicks going on, and it's just gonna mix up the game pretty well, I think. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the other images that we have, which are the side images. So there's a side image for Z Achilles, and once again, this Beyblade looks like a different like height than previous Beyblades. And then we also get to see Emperor Phineas, which also just looks really, really chunky with that driver. So I'm not too sure, but that's kind of it for the images. Actually, there's one more image that I forgot to show you guys. It looks to be that there will be a recolor for Z Achilles. It's probably going to be one of those CoroCoro exclusives that are going to be impossible to get. But nonetheless, it's really cool looking. It seems to be like a blue recolor with gold in the center. So kind of giving off that Valkyrie vibe, if you ask me. Anyway, that's kind of it for the images. Now I'm going to give my thoughts. So I know you guys are wondering, well, how do I feel about a new main character or the possibility of that? So like I said, it's not confirmed yet, but going away from Valt, I don't know if he's liked a lot by people or not. I feel like Valt was just kind of like tossed aside in terms of popularity. There's a lot of fans for Shu, obviously, and Free. So I feel like the majority of us like those guys better than Valt. So to have Valt swapped out, I guess, I don't know, like, maybe this new character might be a better fan favorite because I feel like a lot of people didn't like Valt. So I guess it's a good thing, but at the same time, I feel kind of like that might be bad for Burst because a lot of people are associating Valt with it being like the main character. So to go away from that, I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking back to Zero G when they did the whole switch to Zero and a lot of people hated it. That's kind of why like Zero G just didn't do as well as it thought it would, or a lot of people thought it would. So I don't know, it would probably give a whole new vibe to it, but then again, he's still going to be around. If Valt is not a main character, he will still be around just because he's shown in the cover and he obviously has his own Beyblade. But once again, we're still not sure as to what his role is going to be. But yeah, other than that though, I think it's going to be a cool like fresh start. I'm just kind of concerned as to how other people are going to feel about it. I think a lot of people are more concerned about like if Free is going to come back or Shu, but I know for a fact that Louis will be coming back, which is another fan favorite. So at least we'll have him if the other two don't make it back. But I really don't see any reason for Cartoon not to include at least Free back in the show because he is very, very popular and I think he deserves an evolution. Anyway, I'm super stoked for all these Beyblades, and I guess the date or the release date is March 17th. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to get these till either next month or like late next month. Anyway, that's it for this update. If you guys reached the end, thank you. I know it was a lengthy video, but I did talk about a lot. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates and also Beyblade mods. And yeah, so until next time, guys, see ya.